It's the next morning. Yesterday evening, we only had about an hour of sunlight left, so my dad and I wanted to, do some trial and error just to see how things would go. Getting some walls up, and we were able to get 4 walls up. So let me show you what we got, and then we'll get to it. Our goal today is to get all the walls up and maybe even begin on some of the roofing. So let me flip you around. We have 4 walls up, and we've already started burning. As you know, there's a few, literally these 2 right here, that we need to finish burning because we ran out of propane. But yeah, and here's the crazy thing, y'all. I said earlier in the video that we went with the black hardware cloth because in light, especially the brighter it gets, it just disappears. Can y'all even see the hardware cloth on there, or does it look like there's nothing on there yet? But watch this. Let's walk closer. Isn't that crazy? It's on there. So, good stuff. So yeah, our goal is to finish all the walls and get some of the roof on today. So let me head on in. You see we have the walls already going. And yeah, we're about to get to it, y'all.
Come all you young rounders, and a story I'll tell of the promise of heaven and the warning of hell. But take heed where you ramble, or too soon you will go. Way up on the hillside where the new flowers grow. Well, he met in the springtime, the sun sinking low. 2 star-crossed lovers in the still melting snow. Well, the loving was easy and the courting was brief. Well, they called her a beauty, they called him a thief. In the quiet of the evening, they'd steal away where the laughter would flow and the fiddle would play. Well, the folks called it wrong, but hell, it seemed alright in the sun-painted picture, and the day turned to night. Come up on the hillside, we'll have a time. You'll bring the kisses, honey, I'll bring the wine. Keep your heart guarded, or too soon it'll fall. When one walks back home, honey.
All right, y'all. We getting it in, and we getting it done. That's 3 walls down on this side. It's looking real good. Really love how the burn turned out on these, y'all. But hey, we not professionals, but it's straight enough, right? Yeah. It looks like a chicken run. Nah, it looks good, y'all. It looks good. Hopefully y'all like it. All right, next section. All right, y'all, so we have this black paint, which was Noir, which someone let us know in the comment is French for black. So this is the exact same paint we used on the outside of the coop, based on the design that Mom and I laid out to you in the previous video of this chicken run. You know that there's 2 8-foot sections on the back of the run that are going to be covered by boards or walls. Not only is that for design purposes, we think it'll look good, but It should also help provide a little bit more shade during certain times of the day. And also, I'm not sure if we mentioned this or not, but we're also trying to be considerate of our neighbors. So there's a neighbor directly behind us, and looking out their house, we don't want them to just see a chicken run and whatever business is going on inside the chicken run. So by covering up 16 of the 24 feet, if they're looking out from their house, what they're going to see is a nice black wall that's board and batten with nice trim, and it's going to look good, aesthetically pleasing. So not only are we worried about how it looks for us, but you know, we're thinking about how to look to others as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get this paint in there. That should be enough. And my dad and I are going to get the painting. You know, I was going to be working on this week.
That's all.
So you knew what you was getting into?
Yeah. But yeah, I did.
You knew what you were getting into?
Huh?
So you knew what you were getting into?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, y'all, check out our progress. I am feeling really good about what we got going on. So let's walk around this way. As you can see, the beautiful paint job that Nana and Mama did on the coop itself. But look at this wall. Boom, straight wall. Looks real good, y'all. Look at that burn. My dad and I got all 4 sides up, and and we are, once we have all the walls up, we are going to come back and put bracing on all the corners just like that, and those braces will be burnt. So each 8-foot section will have those corner brace. We come around this way. We just have 3 more walls to put up, but what I want to show you is we've started some cross bracing. All right, keep things nice and sturdy, nice and tight. So we have this cross bracing right here down the middle. We'll have these all the way around. So this thing should be really solid. So my dad and I have 2 more cross braces to do. So I'm gonna set y'all up so y'all can watch us knock this out.
Coffee in a paper cup. How the engine starts right up. Clip myself into the middle seat. Daddy liked talk radio. On gravel he would drive real slow. He told me let's go see what we could see. We pulled into the empty lot before the pavement got too hot. Underneath her leafy crown, the only shade for miles and miles around. With branches low, like spiral stairs, we climbed into her maiden hair. You feel like you can really fly up there. My hand in his so patiently, we watched from our proud little tree. He hummed a little song to me.
Them things are heavy, y'all. But 11 walls. That's wall number 11. No, that's wall number 10. But this is a heavy wall. After this one, we have an easy wall, a mesh wall. Almost there, y'all. Where I would say after we get these done, the chicken run, I would call it 75% done. All right, y'all, I think it's about to rain, but what my dad and I are about to do, once again, as part of the design, is we're gonna go ahead and get these wood boards on here. And this is what it's gonna look like. Remember, we've already painted the front. When it's hung, it's gonna look like that, which the back is gonna be painted black. Then there's gonna be perimeter, white trim, and then we're gonna evenly space out 2 or 3 boards for, you know, a board and batten look. But on the inside, which is my favorite, this is what it looks like. So remember, the Coop, as y'all know, is black and white. So if you're driving down the road this way, you see the walls done, the mesh, bam, you see that black wall. So it all flows together. So it's gonna be a wall, open mesh, a wall. Once again, not only do we think it'll look good from our view, but for our neighbors, their view, I think they'll like that as well. You know, we should care about what they see. And then I didn't want to waste this because my thought process was that for the inside to either not burn or do a light burn, like you see there's some right there. It's just scattered on the inside while the entire outside is burnt. But this burn and the burn on the board we're about to do is so beautiful, in my opinion, that once again, hey, I didn't see any point in wasting it. I mean, look at that, y'all. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. But as you can see with the sky, as you can see with the trees, see the moss, it might start to rain on us. So we're gonna try to knock this out. Look at the columns going across. Hey, we getting things done, y'all, now. We getting things done. All right, let's get back to it.
Our ears still ringing with the sound. We were floating off the ground. I still feel it even now.
All right, y'all. So this is day number 3 of the build, believe it or not. 3.5 technically. And my dad and I have probably been putting in 12 to 14-hour days. I've done 2 additional like overnights. You saw that in one of the videos though. Look at Bo. But unfortunately, I think day 2, it looked like it was going to rain, but it never rained. And that worked out for us because the shade and the wind was amazing. But today, it actually is going to rain. And you could barely see it on camera right now, but it's actually drizzling right now. Can you see that? There's a really light drizzle. So what I'm about to do right now is just little small tedious things. Like there's some work that could be done tidying up the hardware cloth, securing some of my middle section boards. You remember the anchors that I painted and some of those things I spray painted black? Gonna install some of those on the middle boards that are going to help secure it a little more. Just a little small tedious task. To the left and right of the coop right there, there's the 6-foot section that we need to finish. That's easy. That's going to be 4 cuts on the saw and like what, 16 screws. So easy stuff. But hopefully these clouds move away and it doesn't become a heavy rain, because then we can do some of the heavy lifting, if you will. But let's get to it. Maybe let's not get to it. Can you hear that? Almost immediately once I walked in the shop, it started raining. Hey y'all, these are our dolings if you're new here. We have them separate in their own pasture right now because it's breeding season and we don't want them to accidentally get bred by any of our bucks. So some of their mamas and some of our other does are back there. And there's one of our breeding bucks, Big Mike. You can barely see him right there. Yeah, we don't want them getting bred. So they're separated. But let me show you the tools of my trade for this first task of the day. It is a little drizzly, but a little bit of water has never hurt anyone. So I have my stapler gun with some extra staples, zip ties. If you know me, what would a project be without zip ties? And I have these cutters to cut the extra length off the unused zip ties because that's my own personal pet peeve. I don't like when the long strands or straps are just left there. Clean it up, make it look neat. That's just my opinion, once again. So let me walk you through the task because it's pretty tedious and, let's be real, boring. Oh my God, that back wall looks so good. Woo! Yeah, buddy. But check this out. So on all the middle boards, you see what I mean? This one's not that bad, but you see how I still have to secure them? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the zip ties to bring the 2 sheets together and hold them together. And then periodically I'm a staple. Now I'm going to do that all the way around. But I'm also going to come back, and this is when I get to like a detailing day. So on all of these top sections, middle sections, and bottom sections, I'm gonna come through with screws and washers that are also going to hold it in tight. Okay, now this is all overkill because all of the netting is sandwiched between these boards right here on either end. Every time you see a 4x4, netting is being sandwiched, so it's already tight and secure. But hey, I want to do this one time. I want to do this right one time, and I think we'll have a winner. Now, man, I was just looking at this wall. It's not too late for this at all. But how cool would it be if right here and right there, instead of simply black paint, it was chalk paint? What if we came back over it with chalk paint? How cool would it be for mom to come in here and do some of her beautiful artwork, or the girls to come in here and color? Man, see, ideas just keep coming, y'all. But this part right here that I just explained that I'm about to do, I'm not going to film that because it's boring, and I value y'all's time because you came here to spend some time with us, and I don't want to bore you. So I'm gonna knock that out really quick, and I'll pick y'all up when I'm on to the next task. So that task is done. Here's an example of what it looks like. So you can see everything's nice and tight, snug together. It's all symmetrical. None of the sheets are crooked or anything like that. One trick that I've realized is just making sure the squares match. So from this sheet, I have 2 squares over. From that sheet, I have 2 squares over. And I just make sure it's that way all the way down. Zip tie them together, and then periodically I have staples. But remember, I am going to come back with the larger washer and screws. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to install those brackets I was just telling y'all about that are going to go on each middle post. And that's just going to make sure that they're super sturdy. Almost every board in the build is going into like a 4x4 or 2x6. Just a lot of reinforcement. But this middle board is only being held there by pocket screws into the 2x6. And I don't know, in my head, if something were to come running at this full speed and ram it, I mean, it's sturdy, but I want to do it right the first time. So that's what we're about to do. Let me show you the brackets. So here's the brackets, and there's 2 for every middle post, and it's just going to fasten and secure those bad boys down. Now, if you're doing some math here, you may be thinking that's not enough, and that's because some of them I've already installed. But another tedious and boring task, so I'm gonna get to that, and then I'll show you the end result. Oh, just like that, another task done. So let's walk around the outside so I can show you. Here's just an example. So each middle section, right, on the bottom corner, bottom left corner, I've added a brace, and on the top left corner, I've added one of those braces. So I can't wiggle it, super secure. I've done that on all of them. So we are good to go. And y'all, look who just woke up from his nap and went straight to eating. Our guy Leroy. That's funny. Right here behind me, you see this opening? Or there's one on each side. So on this side, as you can see, I have my tape measure right there. I'm about to take a measurement so I can know what size, like 2x6 for the top and bottom, so I could build this wall out and we could get it enclosed. And then if we walk around the coop to this side, see, here's that similar opening. This is where we're going to put the door to the run. So not only do we want to have access into the coop for cleaning and anything else we need to do in the coop, but we want to have an easy access to the run. Okay, so we're going to build a nice door here, probably similar to the door that we built for Graceland. So about to get measurements for that as well. And we really need to paint the back of these walls. We painted the front already because they needed to be done to be hung, but we still need to paint the back. But I'm waiting to ensure that the weather, you know, it doesn't rain essentially, because if it rains, it's going to become pointless to paint. So, all right, y'all, I've taken all my measurements, and now I've been over here just playing around with different door designs. This is probably my second or third design. I've had different, you know, patterns and all of that, and I really like this one. So what I've landed on is a 52-inch wide door, 78 inches tall, and it is going to be a Dutch door. So this top section will open independently from this bottom section. And I really like what I have going on right now. So I'm going to cover all of this with hardware cloth, of course. And then on top of the hardware cloth, I think I'm gonna put these pallet boards. So you see, I've been going to work. There's my tool of the trade, my crowbar, that I've been ripping these boards off of the pallets. And I really like that, you know, one solid wall, different shapes, sizes, just looks really rustic. I really love that. On the top, I'm still playing around with the design, but this is what I think I'm gonna do. Let me show you. I gotta go grab it. All right, what do y'all think about that? My true OGs. Do you remember where I bought that at? I bought it while I was out doing some thrifting, but it kind of matches the pallet wood. I really like it. $20, y'all. So let me see how I can make that fit. Be right back with y'all. Got it all built out and I like it. So what I'm about to do is cover it with hardware cloth. I'm gonna move the star, then I'm gonna cover it with hardware cloth. Then on the bottom door, I'm gonna add all the pallet boards back and we'll be done. And hopefully if I don't lose sunlight, because the sun's starting to go down, then actually gonna try to hang it today.
We stand by the fire, your tiny hand in mine. We're 5 feet off the ground, you rest on my shoulder. The stars convey the light, so fragile in the night. In this moment, forever be, in this moment, forever be. The night fades like a whispered song as time rushes on. Oh, it won't be long, fading now into a memory, a picture on the wall, a moment frozen not to fall. In this moment, forever be. In this moment, forever be.
All right, y'all. So as you can see, we got the doors hung. It was a little bit of a battle. That's why we didn't film it. But once we got the bottom door in, the top door was a little easier. And as you can see, they both swing independently, so they'll open to the inside. And I'm going to attach these in a way where you can open the full door as one, or you can open just the top or just the bottom. But it's a 52-inch wide door, so we can fit just about any type of cart in here or anything we may need to get in here to bring things or to clean it out, which is great. We have heavy-duty hinges on here, and yeah, we got the star. Once again, if you remember where I got that from, let me know. So I think it looks good. Now we're just doing a little bit more securing on the post right here. Got to put up some of the hardware cloth on this section, and we'll be good to go. And we got Uncle Jay here, y'all. What's up, guys? Also, the way we put it on the first time was backwards. It was stopping the door from pushing in, which is what we want. But we're getting it fixed right now. As you can see, the bottom latch is already done. And yeah, about to get this installed. Get a system installed that allows them to open at the same time.
Voila.
Okay. Just like that, y'all. That keeps them together with that latch right there. Okay. Boom, they closed. If I ever want to just open the top, lift that up. Just the top. Yeah, we doing things, fellas. Yeah. And we done. Lock both doors back together. Just like that. And I got, what are they called? D-rings or whatever clips for all of these so we can lock them. Because they say to, you know, put those carabiners, that's where you go. Put those carabiners on here because if a 2-year-old could figure it out, a raccoon could figure it out. So put those carabiners, even if something with thumbs tries to open these, they won't be able to. So that's how we'll lock these and just take them off when we need to go in there.